My friends, let me ask you something from the heart. Do you ever wake up in the morning and wonder how you're going to make ends meet this month? Do you feel that constant pressure of bills, groceries, rent, medications, and the rising cost of everyday life weighing heavily on your shoulders? You've worked your entire life, you've raised your families, you've contributed to society, and yet here you are in retirement still worrying about money? It doesn't feel fair, does it? But today I want you to take a deep breath because there is some good news that could bring relief, comfort, and real support to your life. The talk of a $6,000 Centrelink age pension confirmation is not just another headline or rumor, it's something that seniors across Australia need to hear about. This could mean a brighter tomorrow, more security, and finally, the peace of mind that you deserve after all these years of hard work. And before we dive deeper into this update, I want to ask you kindly, please subscribe to our channel right now. By subscribing, you'll never miss an important update about pensions, benefits, or payments that directly affect you and your loved ones. We're here like family to keep you informed and to make sure you always know what's coming your way. Now, let's sit down together like we're having a warm chat at the kitchen table and walk through everything you need to know about this $6,000 Centrelink age pension confirmation. The age pension is not just a payment. For millions of Australians, it's a lifeline. It's what helps seniors buy their groceries each week, pay for their electricity and gas bills, cover rent or mortgage costs, and afford medication and healthcare. Without it, life would feel almost impossible for so many. When we hear news of a $6,000 pension confirmation, we are not just talking about numbers on a government paper. We are talking about meals on the table, heat in the home during winter, and the ability to say yes to life's small joys, like taking a bus to see your grandchildren or treating yourself to a cup of coffee at your local cafe. That is why this update matters, because behind every pension payment is a story. A grandmother sitting by the fire trying to stretch every dollar. A grandfather who still wants to provide for his family with dignity. A widow who is doing her best to survive on a fixed income. And each of these lives is touched directly when the government confirms new support like this. To really understand why a $6,000 confirmation is so important, we need to take a moment to look at the bigger picture of the Centrelink age pension. The age pension has been the cornerstone of retirement security in Australia for decades. It's designed to provide financial support for older Australians who are no longer working full-time. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. But here's the challenge. The cost of living in Australia has gone up year after year. Housing costs, food prices, utilities, and especially healthcare costs keep climbing. And many pensioners find that their fortnightly payment doesn't stretch as far as it once did. That's why every single increase, every bonus, and every confirmation of extra payments is so critical. Because it's not just about keeping up with inflation. It's about helping seniors live with dignity and comfort, without having to constantly worry about choosing between heating and eating. Now, let's get to the heart of this video. What exactly does it mean when we say $6,000 Centrelink age pension confirmed? This figure represents a substantial form of support that could be delivered to seniors either through annual increases, bonus payments, or targeted relief measures. It is not just a small top-up. It's a significant amount that can help cover major expenses for the year. Imagine being able to clear some overdue bills, stock your pantry with enough groceries to last weeks, or finally book that doctor's appointment you've been putting off because you weren't sure if you could afford it. For many seniors, $6,000 could be life-changing. It means less stress, fewer sleepless nights, and more breathing room in the budget. It's the difference between barely surviving and actually living with a little bit of ease. Now, when people hear $6,000 confirmed, the very next question is, how exactly is that money going to be delivered? Is it a one-off payment? Is it spread across the year? Or is it tied into existing pension increases? Let's walk through this carefully so that everyone understands. One possible way is through annual indexation. Every year, the age pension is reviewed and adjusted based on inflation and wages growth. This ensures that as the cost of living goes up, pensioners are not left completely behind. So, the $6,000 figure could be tied into larger than usual increases that reflect the true struggles families are facing right now. Another way this could be structured is through supplementary bonus payments. These are lump sums that are sometimes announced by the government to give seniors an extra cushion. If structured this way, seniors could see one or two larger deposits throughout the year, in addition to their regular fortnightly pension. There's also the possibility that the $6,000 support comes in the form of combined measures, a mix of regular increases plus special once-off top-ups. This method has been used before because it allows seniors to have both predictable long-term increases and immediate relief in the short term. No matter the structure, the goal is clear: to put more money into the hands of seniors who truly need it. Because the truth is, your costs are not going down, your groceries are not getting cheaper, your rent isn't suddenly dropping, and your electricity bill isn't shrinking. That is why this kind of financial confirmation matters so deeply. The next big question on everyone's mind is, who actually qualifies for this money? Because when we're talking about government payments, the rules matter. Let's make it simple. Generally, eligibility for the age pension depends on three main factors: age, residency, and income, assets. Age. Most people need to be at least the qualifying age for the age pension, which has gradually increased over time. If you've already crossed this milestone, you are on the right track. Residency. You typically need to have lived in Australia for a certain number of years to qualify for the age pension. Long-term residency ensures that the support is going to those who have contributed to the country. Income and assets test. This is perhaps the most complicated part, but it's also the most important. Centrelink looks at how much you earn from investments, savings, superannuation, and other sources. They also look at the value of your assets, like property, vehicles, and savings. If you fall under the threshold, you qualify for the full pension. If you are above, you may still get a part pension. Now, when it comes to the $6,000 confirmation, the expectation is that it will apply broadly to all eligible pensioners, both full and part. That means no one is left behind, and everyone who relies on Centrelink for their age pension will see some level of benefit. Think of it this way: whether you are living in a small country town, a busy city, or along the coast, this support is designed to reach you where you are. It is meant for seniors who depend on their pension, who count every dollar, and who truly need a boost to keep life manageable. This is where timing becomes critical. Because while hearing about a $6,000 confirmation is encouraging, the natural follow-up is, when will it actually arrive in my account? Fortnightly increases. This would mean that every pension payday, you receive a slightly larger amount, adding up to $6,000 over the course of the year. The advantage is steady support you can rely on. Quarterly or mid-year bonuses. Sometimes governments choose to pay lump sums at certain points of the year. For example, a $500 or $2,000 deposit every few months until the $6,000 is reached. This is often very helpful for covering big bills. One-off lump sum. On occasion, there is a single larger payment made to seniors. While less common, this method can be life-changing because it allows pensioners to catch up on major debts, repairs, or healthcare expenses all at once. At this stage, the exact timing and method depend on the government's final rollout plan. But one thing is certain: when payments like this are confirmed, they are always deposited directly into your nominated bank account with Centrelink. There is no middle step, no vouchers, no extra process. The money goes directly to you. Now, this part is very important, so please listen closely. Whenever big payments are confirmed, some people miss out simply because they haven't kept their details updated with Centrelink. And I don't want that to happen to you. Here's what you need to do to make sure you're ready. Check your banking details. Log into your MyGov account or call Centrelink to ensure your bank account information is up to date. If it's wrong, your payment could bounce back or be delayed. Update your personal information. If you've moved house, changed phone numbers, or updated your email, make sure Centrelink knows. Communication is key to receiving all notices and updates. Review your income and assets. If you've had changes in your finances, like selling property, moving funds, or changing investments, make sure to update your records. This ensures you're receiving the right rate and don't risk overpayments or delays. Stay informed. Keep watching videos like this, subscribe to trusted channels, and regularly check government updates. Too many people miss opportunities simply because they didn't know what was available to them. By doing these simple steps, you can make sure that when the $6,000 Centrelink age pension payment is confirmed and rolled out, you won't miss out. Instead, you'll be ready and waiting for it to land safely in your account. Numbers on a page never tell the full story. When you hear $6,000 confirmed, it might sound like just another announcement. But let's imagine what that truly means in everyday life. For a senior living alone, that $6,000 could cover an entire year of electricity and gas bills. That means no more shivering in the winter because you're afraid to switch on the heater. No more sitting in the dark because you're worried about the cost of leaving the lights on. It brings comfort and dignity back into the home. While a $6,000 confirmation is powerful news, many seniors also wonder about the future. Is this just a one-time thing, or will pensions continue to grow and keep up with the cost of living? These are important questions, and the answer lies in understanding how pensions work in Australia. The age pension is reviewed twice a year in March and September. These reviews are tied to the cost of living and wage growth. This means that over time, the pension is adjusted so it doesn't completely fall behind. But here's the truth. Even with these adjustments, many seniors still feel the pinch. Inflation moves quickly, and everyday costs often rise faster than the pension. That's why larger support packages, like the confirmed $6,000, are so critical. They bridge the gap. Looking forward, what matters is not just one payment, but the guarantee that the system will keep caring for seniors year after year. Because after a lifetime of work, contribution, and sacrifice, every senior deserves to live their retirement with dignity, not anxiety. Money is practical, yes, but let's not forget the emotional side. Worrying about bills, groceries, or medicine every single day is exhausting. Many seniors live with a constant knot of stress in their stomach, wondering if tomorrow will bring another struggle. That's why a confirmation like this brings something deeper than dollars. It brings relief. It allows you to sit back, breathe deeply, and feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. It means you can focus on living instead of just surviving. My friends, let's pause here and think about what this really means. A $6,000 Centrelink age pension confirmation is not just a headline. It's a promise of dignity, stability, and hope. It's a reminder that you matter, that your struggles are seen, and that your government has a duty to stand by you. This money means meals on the table, warmth in your home, medicine in your cabinet, and the chance to live with less worry. It means you can focus on family, friends, and the joys of life instead of stressing about every single bill. And remember, you are not alone. This channel is here for you. We share updates, guidance, and encouragement every step of the way. So please, if you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe right now. That way, you'll always be the first to know about new pension updates, payments, and opportunities. From my heart to yours, thank you for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and know that brighter days are ahead. This $6,000 update is just one step, but it is a powerful step towards the comfort and security you deserve. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you in the next update.